Dr. Keelan. Yes, I have my glasses on today. It's just one of those days. If I didn't do this video today, it wasn't going to get done in the next future. So I wanted to talk about the video that I just uploaded from the testimony from Marcy. She just gave a testimony on how she was on my program for just 3 months and she shrinked all her cysts and the one fibroid, and I wanted to go into more details about that. What I have here in my hand are her ultrasound reports. I printed them out. I'm going to more likely put them in a JPEG and show them on the screen, but I want to just go over, wanted to go over some things with you on my perspective of the whole thing, because I never had a client do this ever. Usually it takes about 6 months to 8 months, what she did in 3 months. But it just goes to show you, if you're really dedicated, if you're really determined to stick to a goal, there is no really time limit. You could possibly, and I know this sounds crazy, but you can get rid of your fibroids in a day, actually. I know this sounds crazy, but it's just all in how powerful your mind is, how focused you are, and how determined you are. When Marcy came to me for the first time, this is her first ultrasound report. She had 5 fibroids. 2 of them was intramural, the other 2 was subserosal, and the largest was 8 centimeters, the second largest was 5 centimeters, and the last 2 was 2.2 centimeters and 2 centimeters. Now, what struck me with her is that she had a lot of cysts on her ovaries, which were promoting long periods. I mean, she was having 3-week-long periods. Oh, I just felt my heart really went out to her, because I was saying, my goodness, she's bleeding so much. And it's all because of the ovaries. It's because of all the cysts in the ovaries. So even though she came to me to, naturally shrink her fibroids, my focus was on the fibroids, but mainly the cysts, because her right ovary had a 2.5 centimeter cyst, which is pretty big for an ovary. Ovarian cyst, that's really huge. And in her left ovary had several cysts on it. So here's this report. Like I said, I'm going to upload it. Will show that she had multiple small cysts all on her left ovary. So the right ovary had the biggest cyst, which is almost the size of her ovary itself, because it was 2.5. And her ovary itself is like 3.8 by 2.2 by 2.6, so that's pretty big for a cyst to be on top of that ovary. And I do believe that that was the cyst that was promoting the extensive periods. So her periods being 3 weeks long and heavy like that, it was because of that, those cysts that she had on her ovaries. So she showed me the ultrasound. I gave her the program after I do a consultation. This is how I work my program, ladies. When you call me for your phone consultation, it takes anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour, because I need to know your lifestyle. This is the reason why people are asking, I took this pill for fibroids and it didn't work. And I took that pill for fibroids and it didn't work. Of course it's not going to work, because shrinking fibroids naturally is a strategic method. Everybody has every woman, not everybody, because only women can get fibroid tumors, but every woman has different size fibroids. They're in different locations, and you also have a different lifestyle. So herbs that shrink a pedunculated fibroid are going to be different herbs that's going to shrink an intercavitary fibroid. You can't use the same herb. There's no such thing as one herb fits all for all fibroids. It just doesn't work that way. So when someone comes to me for a consultation, I am going over their entire lifestyle. But the biggest thing is that I get to know what type of fibroid they have. And I find out Also if they have ovarian cysts, if they have endometriosis, these things I want to know what they were diagnosed from by their medical doctors, so I can get a general understanding of how we're going to approach this naturally. So she was very game and she was very enthusiastic. We talked a lot about her lifestyle. We talked a lot about emotional situations and past and stress management. We talked about a lot of things. And based upon that, the results and all the notes I took, and plus looking over her ultrasound, I created a program. Now here's where it gets a little funny. 3 months later, for her follow-up, because I always have a follow-up with my clients, usually 2 months to 3 months later. It depends on how extensive the program is. So she sends me another ultrasound 3 months later, which is usually not my MO. I usually, have a woman decide if she's gonna get an ultrasound, doing a follow-up. We talk about it then, but I never ever tell a female to get an ultrasound. I never suggest to a female that she should get an ultrasound done, before her follow-up. But she sent me her follow-up, her second ultrasound, and I was blown away by the results. So, and I said, Marcia, I said, why did you get another ultrasound? And she said, she wanted to get one. Even her medical doctor was against it. Her medical doctor was like, you don't need it. I'm not going to sign for it. I'm not going to recommend it for you. You're not going to see any difference. And so she did it anyway. And I love women like this. I love women who are not submissive to medical doctors. These are women who are going to like, whoa, 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 I'm paying you, baby. My insurance is paying you, so I am your boss. You are here to assist me, and that's the thing about it you all have to understand. Medical doctors, naturopathic doctors like myself, holistic healers, chiropractors, whoever is a part of a service, we are here as a service to you, okay? We are here to provide you guidance the medical doctors are supposed to do this, but they kind of strayed away from their oath and their purpose of why they're existing. But we are here as a service for you. If we do not provide that service, you should get rid of us. Go to somebody else. So she has that attitude like I have it, when I was diagnosed with cancer. I'm not going to tell a doctor's not going to tell me what I can and cannot do. And so she went and got an ultrasound anyway behind her medical doctor's back. And she sent me the results. And so when it was time for a follow-up, I looked at the ultrasound she sent me and I was blown away, because all the cysts that she had on her left ovary and that big 2.5 centimeter cyst that was on her right ovary, gone. All of it was gone. And I was like, my goodness. The herbs that I put in her program, it went after those cysts like gangbusters. It just got rid of them so fast. And like I said, 3 months. And who's to say it happened in 3 months? It could have happened in a month. It could have happened in 2 months. It could have happened in a couple of weeks. We don't know. All I know is that her first ultrasound, which was taken in March the 20th, okay? Then she got another one 3 months, a little 2 days short of 3 months. On June the 18th, she got another ultrasound done. Now, the second ultrasound showed, instead of having 4 fibroids, she only had 3, which is good, but what amazed me is that all of the cysts were gone as well. So the herbs, she had the 2 intramural fibroids and the 2 subserosal fibroid. And when I look at both of the ultrasounds The second ultrasound showed that the largest intramural fibroid, posterior fibroid, it didn't really shrink at all. It's actually basically stayed the same. And the second fibroid, which was the subserosal one, that shrinked just a tiny bit. And then the 2.0 anterior subserosal fibroid, that shrinked about 0.5 centimeters. And then, of course, the fundal intramural fibroid, which was 2.2, that was completely gone, along with the cyst. So this is how herbs work. Herbs go where they're needed. Even though we all would like the big fibroids to go first, the body doesn't work that way. The body sends the herbs to where they're needed the most. And in her case, the herbs were needed to get rid of the cysts. And it got rid of it in a very, very quick time. Very good quick time. And so because I have never had anybody completely dissolve their cysts, so many cysts on her ovaries, and especially a big one like that, I said, you got to do a video testimony. I mean, I have so many women, I have hundreds of women who shrink fibroids and to shrink cysts, but I never had anybody do it in the short amount of time that Marcy did it. And so I said, Marcy, I need you to go out there to motivate other women that they can do the same thing too. And the fact that the other fibroid is gone, it's like butter. So I'm sure when she does, when she comes to me for her third follow-up, chances are that the other fibroids are going to be gone. They're going to shrink or dissolve away. And then she'll probably have that one big fibroid that used to be 8 centimeters, the chances probably be 4 or 2. And if that's the case, then they're going to shrink away completely. So the method that I wanted, not the method, the purpose of this video is that it's just really how determined you are, ladies, okay? I have lots of women who get rid of their fibroids, you know, underneath my plan. But a lot of times, you know, when I tell them what they have to eat, what they cannot eat, you know, and how they have to take the herbs, they just don't, you know, a lot of them just don't want to do it, especially when you have to talk about the mind. When you want to talk about any issues they've had with abortions, miscarriages, their relationships, their careers, you know, they're so guarded. And when, you know, I tell them, listen, we have to work on this and give them other emotional avenues or also exercises to get rid of a lot of things for the purpose of the uterus having the fibroids in the first place, okay? Once we take care of the internal reason why you have the fibroids, then we can find out what is the external reasons. And that's the fibroid goes away. Because you have to understand that the uterus created the fibroid for a reason. My job is to find out what that reason is and rectify it. So kudos to Marcy. And also, ladies, there's a lot of other ladies out there who have shrink their fibroids completely using my program, as well as ovarian cysts. If you would like to do a video testimony as well, because a lot of you are like, oh, I gotta get my hair again. I gotta lose some weight. Child, please, don't even worry about it. You should be an inspiration for other women to do the same. And I don't want any more written testimonies. I have enough written testimonies until my eyes cross, okay? Until I turn blue in the face. I need more video testimonies. So if you're one of my clients who have, and there's a lot of you out there who have shrinked your fibroids naturally and you would like to do a video testimony, contact me at my website. There's an email on there for customer service, and my personal assistant Michelle will assist you and we can get you straight. You don't even have to be in Atlanta or Germany to get filmed. We can do it through webcam. That's how Marcy did hers, and I just edit the video and then upload it, okay? All right, So once again, congratulations to Marcy for such a phenomenal, superb job in healing her body, healing her uterus, healing her ovaries. I'm so proud of her, and I'm proud of a lot of my other, I'm proud of all my female clients who take this road, because it is a road less traveled, and I'm really, really proud of them for going this route versus having surgery